Hello. So the live will start on 1 p.m. So we're going to wait for Miss Dini to come. So please stay tuned. Hi. Hello. Hello everyone. We're still going to wait for Miss Dini to come. So please stay tuned. And also, if you want to have some follow-up question regarding to what we're going to talk about today, maybe some tips to how to learn English in this situation, and maybe you want to speak with a lot of people who are also wants to learn English together with you, please just drop your question in the comment section, alright? Okay. Can drop. Oh, Miss Dini has come. Okay. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Miss Dini.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, Hafiz. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Alhamdulillah. Good too.
Alhamdulillah. Recently that we're really stuck in our houses, right? While in the quarantine season, and it's been 2 months. For me, I think that I've been doing a lot of college work. How about you, Miss?
You know what? The term of work from home should be work F harder. Because of, work fun harder. Well, let's say that. Because of, it's even more tiring comparing to what I do outside of the house, and then now that we have to do self-isolation at house, the work, I feel that the work is even, why it's getting a lot and more than I do previously. So that's what I feel. It's online and it's just from home, but wow, so many works to do.
Yeah. Actually, it's me speaking as a student. I think that we also have more work to do compared to when we study at the college.
Yeah. Also, by the way, so you are a college student now?
Yeah, I'm on my last year actually.
Oh, what faculty are you actually? I never know that.
Oh.
Maybe I forgot about that already. Economic, right?
Okay, so to make it
clear, you have to introduce yourself.
Let's introduce ourselves, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So hello everyone. I'm Hafiz. I'm here currently as the chief of Khatulistiwa English Community, and
so you are the chief still.
Yeah,
okay.
So just a little bit introduction for those of you who wants to learn English, but just imagine when you want to study English, it's like you need to read a lot of book, but in this community, you don't do that. You just speak whatever you want, but in English, of course. And that's actually what make us get used to speaking English. And that's all. You can check the detail on the Instagram. But for me itself, I'm Hafiz. You can call me, my full name is Muhammad Hafiz Musawir, and you can call me Hafiz. I'm currently studying at Untan, Faculty of Economic and Business, majoring in management, and I'm on my last year, 8th semester. I enrolled in 2016.
Okay. And I have a question. So even in your last year, you still have a lot of assignment for this online?
Actually, I took.
That's a tricky question, actually.
Yeah, it's fine. I actually took 2 classes. Yeah, I retake one and then take a new one. Even though that it's only 2 of them, the assignment that I have right now is quite a lot. So sometimes I feel like imagining those who are in the middle year or in the early year, that they have 6 to 7 classes, right? I can imagine how many.
Yeah. You know what, like the students who just joined to this Instagram live session.
Yeah.
They are
Oh,
most of the majority of them are fresh students. So
yeah.
imagine how many assignment they have to do. So you have two assignment for you as a student. So how many is that for you?
How many is that for me? Is like if I count it as a day, I need to spare one day to focus on those two assignments. So if I want to separate it into a half to half day, I think that which means that I need to sacrifice one day in a week,
Sacrifice,
yeah,
okay.
to work for my assignment. It takes a
So you
lot
have
of,
to.
yeah.
Hi, Izan Faruzi. Izan Faruzi is also our previous member of Key. He is also a legend.
I love us. There's a lot of views. There's 63. I didn't imagine. There will
Hi,
be a lot of them.
Fajar. Yeah. Okay. So it means that you are only taking two courses for this semester, and the assignment is really abundant for you.
Yeah,
Mm.
a lot for me.
Okay. Do you enjoy? Do you enjoy that?
If you ask my honest opinion, I prefer to just study. But assignment
Mm.
is what makes us student to read the books, right?
That's
Yeah.
why teacher give you assignment. That's the
Yeah.
reason. Because if we lecturer, so we are talking from the lecturer and students perspective now.
Yeah.
If the lecturer didn't give you any assignment, well, there is, I do not know where is there any way that can make students to read or to learn the subject. By having the assignment, you learn something, right?
Yeah, of course. I experienced that.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's really good for you. And actually, I still have one question for you, Hafiz. Well, even though that I am the guest here, I want to know from the student's perspective,
Mhm.
because a few days ago I saw my Instagram story of one of my students that mentioned online class cross
Mhm.
assignment check.
Mhm.
So along this along this period of time of pandemic, which one actually do you experience, online class or online assignment?
I will be talking based from what I experienced in this semester. So most
Mm.
of the thing that I experienced the most is actually assignment, not the online classes.
Do you have any online class for those two classes in
Yes,
this last past 2 months? Oh, you
yes,
you have it.
we have it,
Okay, that's
but actually,
mm,
some of the lecture only spend 30 minutes, or and actually, what made it worse is when their signal is not really that good. It's like we keep repeating the
oh,
same thing over and
mm,
over, and then like
mm,
the lecturer was saying, "Is there any question?" And then
mm,
the non-active student was like all silent, and then I still remember at that time, I think that I need to ask something in just to make sure that this class won't be all silent all time. But yeah, mostly it is all about assignment, and we
I see.
will send it to Siakat in Undan. We send it online through the,
E-learning.
yeah, e-learning platform, right? Yeah, I think that I can relate when your students send that because we mostly
Hey,
experience assignment.
see, we have one comment here from Bernard Barage mentioned that, wah, Bang Hafiz Putra Pariwisata Kubu Raya 2020. Are you? I didn't know that. Are you?
I am.
Seriously?
I am.
Oh yes, you share that on your Instagram feed. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Bernard Ganteng. All right then. You know what? In this live session, I would like to suggest to Key because of their hi Bang Adi is also a legend.
Of course, a lot of legend. I'm being watched.
A lot of legend joining. Okay. Hey, Pak Edi is working at Untan. You know,
Yeah.
Pak Edi is handling ADAS there.
Yeah.
He is handling the scholarship for students at Universitas Tanjung Pura.
Wow.
Oji, did I not smile along this live session? I did smile, you know. Okay, I'm talking to Izan there. All right, I want to give you a suggestion as we talk about the online learning and online assignment. Maybe you can make other more live session. I suggest you to invite Izan Faruzi because he is also lecturer handling technology class. So you can ask from this lecturer's perspective and also students' perspective. I really hope that, I really wish that live session can also include one other more guest. So you can have other students' perspective to talk about online learning and online assignment, the things that we just talked. There will be a lot of to talk, right?
Yeah, of course. Actually, giving my opinion, and as a student also, when we're experiencing the online classes, I think that the student is really not up to studying together with their lecturer, because it's not interactive with when we're in class. So like if it's
there's no direct interaction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You should talk about that later.
You can even imagine because they don't show up in the video, right? I think that the lecturer need to the students are obligated to show their face when they're having a class, because you need to
that's quite, I did that to some of my classes. You know what some of the women students do? They say, "Miss, I haven't put my veil on." So
no,
it's easy for you as a man.
That's the consequence that you need to prepare before you attend classes. Just treat this as a normal practice, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay then. Okay. So, but our topic is not that, right?
Yeah. By the way, for those who have joined, hello everyone. I can say hi to every one of you. We really appreciate for you to come. For those who are, today we're going to talk about how actually we're going to get used in English speaking skills or other skills related to English, and how to improve them effectively. So
hello, key founder Bangaan is there. Thank you for joining.
So if you wonder, you already spent a lot of time in learning English, but when you try to speak yourself, you actually don't feel that good. Maybe you will find your answer here, especially with our special guest today, Miss Dini, who is also lecturer in UPT in Untan, right? In Untan.
Yeah, right.
And
sorry, what you saying?
You're handling a lot of faculty in Untan itself, right? Not only one.
Yeah, not only one. So let me introduce myself. Class Miss Dini is the account for my class at Untan. Actually, not only at Untan, also other classes. But I'm only teaching at Universitas Tanjung Pura right now. I'm teaching at Untan for almost all faculty, but for this semester only at Economic Faculty, Economic and Business Faculty, your faculty. And then that's your faculty, right? I'm also teaching at MIPA and Engineer. So this semester only 3 faculty. Previously also teach at almost all faculty. I'm teaching English for non-English department students. And I'm really happy that majority of them have very good English. For their level, their English is quite good compared to me at my time. Okay, so yeah, so for non-English department students, their English are amazing. Besides, I also teach TOEFL, so I train students who want to take TOEFL at Untan. The name is Tutep. Okay, hello Bang An, I'm so cool, you are so hot. Okay, and then at UPT Bahasa Untan, yes, and also American Corner Untan. At American Corner Untan, I am the instructor for speaking. So at American Corner is the place where I usually facilitate the students to refine their English. And I was the member of Key. Was or am, I don't know. I hope that
you are. You're still member of
Still
Key.
are, yeah? So the legend of Key is Bang Aan, Bang Adi, Kak Siti, Oji. There are so many legend of Key. You have to invite them all.
That's a lot of things I need to do. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder, Miss, you talked about one. I don't know whether it's everyone or not, but you compare yourself back in your time and then the current student nowadays that their English skills is really good. But is it really the case though? Or maybe there's only just a few of them who are able to speak English, because you're teaching a lot of classes, right? What do you think about the quality of the student in general, not only in Untan? their quality in English speaking.
The students in general, in which area do you mean? I can only, I can only judge my students.
Oh, I see.
All
I think
right.
that the student that you teach
Okay.
on average,
All right.
how good are
Not
their
only
quality?
now, but also the previous one. Is that what you mean?
I mean the current one,
Oh, the
not
current one.
the current one.
Okay. The current, the general quality of their English for speaking or for what?
For speaking. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you the situation of my class. So as you know that at Untan and also at another university, there are four aspect of scoring for us. That is for final examination, and then UTS or middle term exam, and then assignment, and also presence. In my class, there is no final exam, written final exam. So for the score of UAS, we say that UAS, right? Ujian akhir semester or final exam. The score that I'm taking is speaking. 30%. So the percentage is 30%. 30% for speaking, 30% for UTS, and then the rest is assignment. 30% assignment and 10% their presence. 30% for speaking is just for one time like this. So if you do speaking with me, only 10 minutes speaking, you already got 30% of final exam score. So I can give you 100 because your speaking is really good, okay?
Okay. Too bad I'm not your student.
Yeah, you have to join my class once in a time. And then why I give my students 30% for speaking, because speaking skill is something that we cannot acquire just in one class or in one semester. Do you agree with that? Right. So you have this you have this speaking skill not only because of you join an English class in your first semester, in your first or in your second semester. Well, I do not really know about that. But my management student, Eddie, Pak Eddie is also one of management student at PPAPK program. So I guess so you have it in the second semester. Not only in one semester you can be fluent in English, right? So I try to appreciate their effort in speaking, because how they acquire the speaking skill is maybe they join English school, English courses outside. Maybe they join community like we do, like Bang Adi do. Bang Adi is Kemenak staff at Bangkayang, right, Bang Adi? No, you cannot join my class, sorry. Okay, and then maybe you have the speaking skill through playing games. Do you know my brother, Odi? Oh, no, you do not know my brother.
No,
your sister know my brother. Your sister know my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my brother is learning English because of he keeps playing PlayStation at that time. Through the playing games, he keeps asking me, Kak, what is the English of this word? And then I throw the dictionary to him. So that's how he learned English. Also, you can learn English through movie, through song, through a lot of things. And that's how you acquire, right? You acquire speaking skill. And for my students right now, how they speaking skill, I will say that generally, as I mentioned before, majority of them have really amazing speaking skill for their level. I mean, for fresh student, that's really good English. I don't know what the factor is. Maybe because of, well, they learn well in senior high school, or they do things that, like I mentioned. Hey, Bang Adi is in Pontianak, okay? Odi is not legend, Bang Aan. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So that's my judgment for my student. Their English in general is really good. It's amazing.
I see. I think that's quite a good news for your student then, because you as a lecturer giving them that they're quite good in English speaking skills. But the problem is that when you want to search for a platform to learn English, you just can't find one, right? And that's what makes your English skills get rusty. And especially in this quarantine time, you don't know who to talk to, or maybe me as a student, my will to study is getting lower and lower because we didn't interact with each other. I think that's quite a problem, and that's why we created this live session to
I
to
see.
improve the will to study again together. By the way, before we
Yeah.
continue, there's actually a lot of comment in here, and one of
Yeah.
them is that from Bangaan that he's actually
Mm-hmm.
inviting a student from Vietnam to watch this live session. So
Oh, I see.
hello,
Hi.
yeah,
My Vietnamese students would like to say hi. Bang An, are you still in Vietnam? How is the condition there? I guess Bang An is still in Vietnam. Thank you very much to
yeah,
participate,
uh,
Vietnamese student. We really appreciate your government to handle this pandemic situation. Vietnam, zero cases, right? I mean, no die cases, right? Good. That's
yeah.
really good.
It stopped already, and let's hope that in Vietnam, the cases won't show up again. Even so that the cases has gone zero. So we pray for the better future for you
And
and
us too.
and us also, of course. Please pray for Indonesia's condition as well, because we miss normal activity, right, Miss?
I really miss ice cream at the mall.
Yeah,
Right.
really, we miss that a lot. And for another viewers, because soon we're going to move to the main session. If you want to have
Mm-hmm.
a question regarding anything in learning English, please drop your question in comments, and we're going to discuss later about the question that has been dropped in Key's stories. Yeah, because there's
Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of students who are struggling to learn English, and they actually mentioned some of things that we have already discussed, like playing games, how to learn
Okay,
English
so
in the fun ways, something like that. And actually, I really like for the student in general, actually, to search for their own way to learn English. For example, like Miss Dini has told us, when her brother wants to learn English, he play games, and that's what actually happened to me. I play games so that
oh,
yeah.
see?
So yeah. So games what makes me what makes my English are currently like this. Yeah. So
Hafiz, do you join to any English courses outside?
English
Have you ever
courses.
joined to? Mm.
My last English courses is when I'm still in elementary school, actually, Miss. Yeah, I still
Oh, so
remember that.
you did attend an English courses for your English, right?
Yeah, so mostly I learn English by myself, and
Oh,
yeah.
how do you do that?
For me, actually, I think that because I'm actually curious when I want to learn something that I like back at the time. But I think that when I play games, it's quite different from your brother because he's playing on PlayStation, right? I actually play
Yeah.
Fun Station, right? On Fun Station.
Fun Station at
PlayStation.
mall?
Oh no, you mean PlayStation, right?
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
PlayStation. Oh, then it's actually the same for me, but I don't know what game he played. But for me, I played a story-based game. So there's a lot of text on
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
So
So
kind of role player game, things
yeah,
like
of
that?
course, I like that kind of game. So
Mm.
I won't be able to continue the game if I don't know what the game wants, if I don't know what the game's meant. So I need to learn. And I still remember it's really a bad case though that I'm really into the game that one time I pretend to get sick and then so I get a day off on my school because I just want to continue the game because it's really good. It's it's something that should not be followed, but that's my experience in learning English, and that's just part of me. So
I see.
yeah, so people have their own way to learn English, right? And from time to
Yes, that's
time,
right.
I changed my perspective, not only learning in games, but start to interact with those who are able to speak. Yeah,
I'm waving to those who just joined.
yeah, hello.
Safety Patona. Hi, Bang Hafiz. Is that key
Yeah,
member?
Is it?
Is she a key member? Safety? Safety Patona, and then
Probably.
Agus
Maybe you can
Hidayat,
go.
Ucup, Aditya Rizky. I'm not the. Well, I do not know. Your
Yeah.
username is really MM Akbar. Hello, Agus
Yeah.
Hidayat. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. And hi also for all of Miss Dini's students who are here.
They are they are here for attendance, you know.
It's alright.
You know what? Sometimes I feel that I think that is it fair enough for them to have activity like this as their class? And then I think again, my class is English class.
Yeah.
Even I make a concert. Oh, Didi is Imam Hadi. Hi Imam Hadi. A concert. The second meeting of my class was Farewell Angelina concert. You know the concert?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I think that is it fair enough for them to attend to a concert, and then I count it as their attendance for my class, and then I think, well, why not? Because of the concert that they watch was an English language concert. They sing a song in English. The guest, the singer was from America. So well, why not? Kuliah nonton konser. So that's what I give the title for my meeting at that time. And then now Instagram live session, even a festival like Durian Festival. Do you remember the Durian Festival at Mega Mall? That can be my class too. In class, Miss Dini, that can be my class too. As long as you write the assignment, right? So everything can be my class.
Yeah, everything can be your class.
Yeah.
I think that as long as there's something for you to take at the end of the session, I think why not? Because learning in class sometimes just feel so formal,
mundane, boring. Yeah. So that's what I want to break for my students.
Some of the class might need to have a really formal session. You need to attend class and then you need to study all time. But I think English is not that kind of studies. You need to be more expressive. You need to experience the real world on how they actually use English. They think that
my goals.
You know,
my goals. Bernard is the panitia of Festival Durian. Oh, we have question from Bernard actually in the comment section later. Yeah. I want to tell you the goal of my of actually not only my class. The goal when I'm teaching is making my students able to communicate in English, not only spokenly but also writtenly. So some not only my students, some of us are very good at writing in English. We can express ourselves, writing the caption, and then making Instagram story using English. But when it comes to speaking, for example, not many of us can do that well, like you, Hafiz, or like me, because I'm an English lecturer. So that's what I have to do. So that's my goal. That's why in my class, if my students want to use the dictionary, I don't mind with it. In their exam, for example, except speaking in speaking, no, we do not use dictionary right now for speaking. We cannot see dictionary to find out what word while we're speaking. But for another exam like writing or another exam besides speaking, you are free to use dictionary because that is a good way to enrich vocabulary, right?
Yes. Because in dictionary there's some words that you might not find in your daily life. Like
English is not our first language.
I still remember that you said abundant. While I'll keep saying that a lot, right? Abundant is quite rare to use in our daily life, especially in here.
Right.
So enrich your vocabulary through a lot of platform, and one of them is dictionary.
By the way, do you still remember a question from Bernard Barage? Because I remember because he asked me where I can put my question, miss. So I said I put it in comment section.
Yeah,
Bernard is a singer.
Well, I know. I actually know him. He's on.
Oh, you know Bernard? My goodness. He is my student. Maybe your friend.
Yeah, he is my friend. I'm
in
the same class with him.
I see. I'm wondering about the Instagram feed of Bernard. That's really making my eyes really sick.
Yeah. And regarding
Okay.
your question, Miss, I have recapped actually the question of those who have put in our
Oh,
sticker.
okay.
Yeah. And Bernard is also one of them. So I think that we can discuss about it now. And there's quite a lot
What
of
is
it.
the first question there? Okay. The
Okay.
first question.
First question from actually the question was, what obstacles do you face in learning English? Yeah. And
Is
one of
that
the
the question
questions
for
is,
me?
hmm?
Oh,
um,
that is the topic, yeah?
yeah,
Oh,
that's the
the
question.
question for, in the sticker. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
in the
okay.
sticker. And one
Mm-hmm.
is from Desti Ramadan. Instagram, her
Uh-huh.
Instagram is Desti Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
She put a question that she doesn't know on how to improve her English skills during this pandemic. Actually, so the
Oh,
obstacle is that
okay.
the pandemic itself.
Mm.
So I see Desti Ramadan. What do you think, Miss? In this pandemic, we still want to learn English.
Mm. Uh, Actively, this
Mm-hmm.
is one of the things that we can do. Actually, during pandemic or not during pandemic, what we have to um, make our English preserved, to maintain our English, is by having a partner for speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking speaking or chatting is fine. Both of the both is okay. If you, for example, if Khatulistiwa English Community cannot accept you as the member because there are too many members. How many
Mm-hmm.
members Key has now, Hafiz?
Key in total or
Uh-huh.
in this current batch?
In this current batch,
Current batch.
because you are
Oh,
the leader, so
yes,
you must know.
yes, of course. I think that
Okay.
I shouldn't say exact data, but it's around 15. Around 15. Is that even possible? Around 15
15?
members. Yes.
Wow, that's a lot. My goodness.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
then.
Is that a sarcasm or is that a...
I mean, I'm amazed, not a sarcasm.
Oh
15 is
my
so
God.
many
Really?
because at the legend era,
Mhm.
and Bang Adi, and also, I still remember there were only 30 of us, because
Mm.
it's very hard to find the people who are committed in English,
Mm.
who want to come every week, because it's weekend, right? Some people
Mm.
think that weekend is a good time for you to rebahan at home rather than coming to Bang An's place to practice our speaking. So the number of the members is not a lot. So
Mm.
50 is quite enough for me.
Mm.
Well,
Okay.
that's good. Are they still active? 50 of them?
That's that's what I want to say.
That's a
If you
problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's the normal
Yeah,
situation.
okay. Well, and that's yeah, that's normal. So
Mm.
how the obstacle, how to obstacle for learning English, if first you have to find in any situation, not only in pandemic situation,
Mm.
find a partner to whom you can practice your English,
Mm.
because maybe your friend can speak English, but their attitude toward English is not as same as you. Sometimes they can speak English, but they do not want to use the English. For example,
Mm.
just like me and my husband is in this house. My husband actually can speak English, but every single time he asked me to communicate in English with him, I do not want to. It feels weird for me. So
It's
I just
funny.
speak English with him when I'm angry with him. So that's what happened. So if I speak in English, means that I'm angry. It's very easy to differentiate it, right? So the solution for the obstacle in English is finding a good partner
Mm.
to whom you can speak English with, or
Mm.
community. So maybe you can make a group, a special group, WhatsApp group, so you can communicate, you can use English in the group. If
Mm.
it's hard for you to use it writtenly, you can always use voice note. So
Yeah.
sure, why not?
Mm. Actually, that's quite a really hard problem if you don't know what to do. Even so that the answer is really simple, right? Means just create a group, just find a friend.
um,
A simple thing.
mm,
We can do it in a
mm,
minute. But why
yes.
most people didn't do it, right? Because they don't know
mm.
exactly.
What don't they know? Don't know about what?
They don't know about what to do. Even so that it's simple. Like they want to,
Uh-huh.
they need to find a friend. Just find friends, right? The answer is just
Okay,
find friends.
And then they're okay, Miss Yan, cepat-cepat. Oh, I'm trying to be slower. Oh, one solution from Eddie here. Use Google Meet. Using account Gmail at student Untan, it's free. Can online non-stop all days. Yeah. For pandemic situation, we can use things like this. Video call or Zooming or Google Meet. It can help us.
Yes.
So what do you mean they do not know what to do?
What I meant is that for some people who said that I need to speak English and I need to find friends, they don't know who to talk to.
Okay. Who to talk to, right?
Yes. Because
you know what? Maybe Key can start making a business. You need friend to talk? Contact Key. We have member to talk with. Things like that, maybe.
You can talk to us, Key member.
You have 15. You can choose member that you want to talk to. You have 50 member, right?
Yeah.
So there are 50 choices for people outside there.
Yeah.
Hi, Topic. Why Topic is loving? Is Topic your friend too, Hafiz?
Taufik?
Do you know Topic? Hi, Sita. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam.
Hello, everyone.
Musawir. Oh my God. Musawir. Musawir.
All right. So, yeah. Actually,
choose Bang Aan. I will choose Bang Aan to talk to.
Yeah. We have a lot of people in here to talk to. So just for further information, just DM Khatulistiwa English Community. It's Instagram, right? That's
good promotion.
On how to face the problem of the pandemic when you really want to learn English. We have online platform, right, Miss?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Desti, for the question. Next question.
Next question. Actually, there's the same obstacles that the people who answer the question. It's from Perole Monchola and the Instagram name, and then Ade Melidanti, I guess. They said that their obstacle is grammar, Miss, in learning English. What do you think, Miss?
That's right. That's true. So that's also the problem that I face when I take a score for my student in speaking tests. They are afraid of making mistakes in grammar. I keep on stressing, telling them, don't worry about grammar. We do not talk in good grammar right now, right?
Yeah, of course.
We just talk. So skip grammar. So in talking, even, you know what, native speaker do not really care about your grammar. Even native speaker do not speak using grammar. You use grammar for writing, not for speaking. But if you can use grammar, good grammar in standard grammar in speaking, well, why not? That will be good for you. Sadrak is asking about how to prepare a TOEFL test. This is not the session of talking about TOEFL test, Sadrak, but for TOEFL tests, well, there are so many online applications for you to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of online platform for us to learn English, right, Miss?
That's right. That's right.
Actually, continuing the topic about the grammar, it is also what I said to the others when they said that I'm not really good at grammar. If you really have that kind of obstacles, then you need to reflect back on why do you learn English? Is it for passing a test like from Bang Sadrak, like TOEFL test, or is it to speak to the others?
That's right.
To pass a test,
just like Eddie say here, just talk what you know. Agree, very good perspective. Yeah. So just continue. What you were saying?
Because if you want to pass test, then you need to know actually how English works, right? Then you need to know the grammars. Then you need to know a lot of vocabulary and a lot of things to learn. But in speaking, just like when you speak in Indonesia in bahasa, do you actually think of what you want to say, like word by word? I'm going to say this, right? No, right? Because that's what I'm actually. What actually happened to my friends? They think about what they want to speak in English, but in bahasa first. and then they translate it into English.
So they translate all in their brain, yeah?
Yeah.
They translate it on the air.
Yeah. It's like it's taking process for them to talk.
Yes, yes. Yeah. You know what? One tips for you, if you face problem in grammar, what you have to do is facing the mirror. Okay? So you face the mirror. Just talk what you want to say. So you talk to yourself. If you do not have friends to talk, make yourself as your own partner. So that's what I do. So what I'm doing since I'm starting to love learning English is, first, I'm talking with myself in front of a mirror. And then the second, I'm talking to myself on the motorcycle when I go back to home, or when I go, seriously. Yeah. Sita is also spoke to me like a lunatic. Nobody cares, Sita, right? So yes, sometimes I make comment about people that passing me on the street. I don't care if they say me, but I stopped talking once I was in the traffic light. I don't want people to look at me like.
I think that it actually happens to everyone who wants to learn to speak in English, because I experienced that too. Sometimes I just blabbing in English about a lot of random things. I get mad.
See?
Yeah.
Sita asking how you improve your own English skill. Yeah, that's how I improve my English skill, Sita. Just like, thank you very much, Bang Aan. Bang Aan is one of my very good partner in speaking English, especially back when we were I still remember one of the key legend program is key go to, what is the name, Bang Aan? I forget. When we went to Singapore, key go traveling. Yeah. Talk alone in heart. Sometimes I do, yeah. Oh, talking to your heart doesn't help you with pronunciation, unfortunately. Yeah. So okay. That's what we do. The first one is talking in front of the mirror. The second one is talking. The core is talking with ourselves. Once we are confident by our English, the next step is finding partner or finding community to talk with, so we can increase our confidence. And then the next is, if we think that our English is quite good enough, find a person who we think has higher level of English than us.
I
so for example, like me, for example. I think my friend is better than me. Bang Aan is better than me in Key Smart Traveling. That's the name of our program. Bang Aan is better than me in speaking, so I will make Bang Aan as my speaking partner. After that, sometimes we will make comparison. We can gain new vocabulary sometimes. And then the last step of making sure that our speaking is good is by talking to native speaker.
Yeah.
How many times have you done that, Hafiz? Maybe uncountable, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you are duta pariwisata, right?
No, that's not it. I joined an international organization in Untan, and they
I see.
Yeah.
Is that Isaac?
Yeah, Isaac.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, so by talking to native, we will really easily know that is our English is comprehensible or not. Because what we are doing right now is, my lecture say that when we speak English to Indonesian fellow, what we are doing is pretending to speak English. Because we can speak Bahasa Indonesia, but we pretend to speak English because we want to practice it. But when it comes to talking to native speaker, what we do is really speak English, really speak in English. Because when we speak in our mother language, in Bahasa Indonesia, our partner, the native speaker, will not understand what we say. They do not speak our language. And then, for example, the native not native speaker, foreign speaker, for example. Sometimes I have friends. I have not friends. I have acquaintance from France, from another country that is not English speaking country. Their first language is also not English. So, well, when they want to speak their first language, we also do not understand. The only option is speaking English. So that's how we really talk in English. Okay.
Okay.
Question from Tiara is really interesting.
Yeah. There's a really good question in here, Miss. From Tiara Melia. how to change the
Okay.
perceptions, or what should I say to people who like to say jangan aso Inggris or ingat-ingat tembuni when we speak English. What do you think,
How
Miss?
to change the perception? Oh my goodness, changing people perception is really impossible to do for me. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's very difficult for us to change what they have in their mind, but we can't change our behavior to it. So what we have to do is not changing their perception. We have to change our perception by not giving a damn about them. So so Tiara, every single time you find people say things like that, don't care about them. Just keep talking. They do not. They say that ingat-ingat tembuni. So we have to say ingat-ingat knowledge. We want to see. We want to acquire that. Yeah, we have to remember. Ingat-ingat. Remember your goal. So don't change their perception. Change our behavior to what their perceptions.
Yeah, that's a good one, Miss. Because
That's a good question, Tiara. Thank you.
because just adding a little bit of something, when they say that kind of things to you, but you show your willingness to learn English, later we don't know, they change their own perspective, that because
That's
of
right.
what you did, you keep speaking in English, and back then when they say why did you do it like that, in the future they might change to follow you, and you just created impact starting from small things.
That's a better and that's a better answer. So that's the answer, Tiara.
both are
You know what? Because
answer.
of I'm kind of person who tend to not really care about what people say. So I know the situation. I was doing English interview in, you know, I have a friend who I always keep talking English with. The name is Willie, my friend from postgraduate program. So we always keep learning. We always keep speaking English wherever we are, at Dunkin' Donut, at campus, at wherever we meet. So I know how people, I know how people look with, remember your tembuni, where your tembuni is. Well, I never care about that look, and I also have no there is no need for me to change. But if the person talk about it is the person that we know, Hafiz way is really good. So why not we invite them to speak English, right? You can be duta pariwisata if you are really good at it.
So saying that, I'm embarrassed actually. We're in team.
By the way, Hafiz, talking about language, it is actually really depend on us. Language is really depend on us because of the characteristic of language is use it or you lose it.
Use it.
Do you agree with that?
Of course, I'm going to
use it,
right?
Okay, you use it or you lose it. So you have to, just like relationship, if you maintain it, okay. Are you single? Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm single. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, remember when we bought a seller and all members were speaking English there, the seller were staring at us. Yeah, exactly. The seller is staring at us and keep silent because we buy their we buy their esteller. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah.
Wait,
okay, so
there's someone from Jakarta Selatan, Miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hello.
Just say
Hello
I am from Jakarta Selatan. That's clear. 25 episode 99. Hi. I do not know what's your name. 25. Yeah. 25 episode 99. What Korean drama that have 99 episodes?
I think that's when he born. That's the year he was
born. Yeah, I see. I thought that is the number of episode in a Korean drama. Yoga Saputra here. Is there a fast way to learn to speak English?
Is there?
Do you think there is fast way to learn speak English?
Fast way to
how do you define fast?
Okay, let's break that up first. How fast is fast? Is it in one
Yeah.
day? Is it in a week? Is it in a month?
Can you learn English in a day?
In a day? Yes, but
Well, why not? We
why
can,
not, right?
but not no will be not as good as people who learn English in how many,
In a
right?
week? For,
Yeah.
if you learn English in a day, you won't be better for people who learn a lot in a week. And you won't
Mm-hmm.
be that good if you have learned in a week compared to those who have learned in a month and it continues.
Yeah.
So the faster way,
Because learning is
fastest
the
way is
fastest way is
learn all time, learn
right,
every day.
because that's what I want to say. Learning is a never ending process.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning English, even though I'm teaching English. Well, that's when I'm learning English. I'm teaching, I'm also learning.
Hmm.
We have question here from Perole Monchola. Uh-huh.
Miss, is there any apps that can help me learn English out there? Would you suggest me some of them, Miss? Miss?
Yes, I have ever tried using Duolingo. Have you tried using
Yeah.
Duolingo?
My friend used that.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
did.
So Duolingo, you use it that too. My Duolingo is not only good for learning English, but also another language. I'm using Duolingo for learning speaking Turkish language.
Turkish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because Duolingo has the feature to pronounce the words, right?
Yes.
And they also
Mm-hmm.
provide tests for you. That's quite good.
Yeah. Bang An is also saying that I think you can try this app with Google Translate and Elsa. Ha, Elsa. Okay, then I just listen that. Have you tried it, Elsa? Well, I don't know that
I only know
application.
Elsa from Frozen, Miss. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Here, the question from Bernard. I guess question from Bernard can be the last question. Do you agree, Hafiz? Because it's almost an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Whoa,
Question from Bernard will be the last question.
Okay. Question from Bernard. Miss,
Your friend.
Yeah, I'm afraid of mispronouncing the words. Do you have some tips for me to sing English song well? So it's for singing, Miss.
Singing, okay. As I mentioned earlier, yeah, Bernard is a singer, so it's yes, one of my way to speak English. I don't know why I'm interested in learning English is because of Westlife. So, do you know Westlife?
I sing Uptown Girl.
Okay, so I really love the member Brian McFadden, who is not the member anymore. My motivation to be able to speak English is because I want to meet him. I don't want any interpreter to interpret what I mean when I meet him. So I learn English because I want to say what I mean directly to Brian. So my way to speak English like that way is by listening to Westlife song. And that is also a good way for us, for Bernard question. Tips to pronounce English song well is by listening to the song that you want to sing. For example, you want what is your favorite song?
Me? Let's say
Let It Go.
Let It Go, okay.
Because you like
yeah,
okay. So, okay, really, you like Frozen? Okay, so listen to Let It Go. First of all, is find out the lyrics first. Find the lyrics from the internet. There are so many lyrics that we can googling in the internet, and then well, sing it. Don't forget to practice it, following the original singer. Or if you really want to make sure the correct pronunciation, you can check into the dictionary. In my class, I oblige my students to install an application named Kamusku. Do you know that application? I guess you also have it in your smartphone.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the color of the application? That is an obligation from my student, the red one, the red application. So that application has feature to help us to pronounce the word. So you can check whether the pronunciation is correct or not through through the application. Okay, that's it. That's a question for Bernard. Just like our program in the past, singing and analyzing song. Wow, Bang Adi is really legend. Do you still do that? Yeah, I really miss Khatulistiwa English Community. Oh, you do not do that. You have to do that.
For those of you who don't know, Khatulistiwa English Community doesn't only speak in English, but there's actually something to do. Maybe
singing, reading books, playing games, and then we still have question here. I have trouble to compose. Oh, you raised me up. Okay. Question from. Can you read it from me? Anis
I have trouble to compose the words when I must speak English, but I understand when I speak English.
I guess we already have answered that question in our previous session.
The point is
will you save this live?
The point is that you need to get used in speaking, because you can compose it in your mind. You have no time to compose, so try to get used to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
practice is the key.
Whoa, there's actually a lot of questions, but the sessions have time limits. For further question, I think that you can DM Miss Dini's class Miss Dini. You can
directly community.
Yeah,
why not?
Community, of course. Both of this Instagram that I have mentioned wants people, especially youth, right, Miss? Learn English, because not only for conversation, it might actually affect your future. You can say that English is a bridge to the world in the future. Maybe you will work in a multinational company. That's
the tagline of Khatulistiwa English Community. The tagline of my class blog. I have class blog by the way. The name of my blog class is bahasaiggrisuntan.wordpress.com. I changed the tagline become let's learn English with Miss Dini for a better future, because English can help us with future. It's a bridge to the world. Bang Aan can go to Vietnam because of English. He teaches English there. Imagine or think about 10 things you will do the next day before you sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, it will train your brain to think in English. Yeah, okay. So we have one tips from our legend here. Bang Aan say, see, you can read it by yourself. It will train your brain to think in English, so you will stop translating before you speak. Yep. The key is practice. Practice, practice, and practice. So just like what you do to your gebetan, yeah, thinking it when waking up and sleeping. Don't you do that? You do not have any gebetan?
Really? Do I have one? I don't know.
After this, people will keep DMing your Instagram account. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I think. Whoa, I actually didn't expect to have a lot of questions, Miss. I'm really.
Me neither.
I'm really grateful that a lot of people really wants to improve their English speaking skills. And for you who search for a platform to speak in English, I have mentioned Miss Dini's class. You can ask her. She's a lecturer. She's a certified person who are able to speak in English, of course. And you can also find friends in Khatulistiwa English Community also. If you have free time in your Sunday, on the afternoon or on the morning, you can join us. Do
you do online meeting?
This is online meeting, but we still try to find the most effective platform to help one, because sometimes I think that we need to try first, right? So that's why I tried this Instagram live first before I do it.
But it's only between us. I mean, among key member. I really want to join once in a while if you have one. Later after the pandemic, I guess. Yeah. I see in your Instagram feed.
Oh, I see.
What? See?
Okay, only 26 remaining. Okay, so for those who have come to this Instagram live, thank you very much. Thank you very much also for Miss Dini for attending here.
Thank you very much for my students to attend this session. Yes. Don't forget the assignment that you have to do in the form, okay?
That's for Miss Dini student. Okay, see you later.